I am Ajibintu Drame, and this is QTV Midday News coming to you live from our studios along Keraba Avenue, and thanks for joining us. Our top stories. As part of his engagement in URR, President Barrow on Sunday held a political rally at Bakadaji village in Jimara district, attended by thousands of NPP supporters, new members. National Assembly members on Monday adopted a joint committee report on the Labour Amendment Bill, which reviews and amends provisions of the Labour Act considered to be discriminating towards women and girls. QTV's Mamadou Lamin Choi emerged winner of the Children's Reporting Award at the National Journalism Award organized by the Gambia Press Union on Friday. In international news, Guinean Special Forces staged a coup on Sunday, capturing President Alpha Condé and announcing a nationwide curfew as well as the replacement of governors by the military. In sports news, events in Guinea also affected sports. Fear gripped Morocco's Atlas Lions, who were in Guinea to play a World Cup qualifier, as heavy gunfire was heard in the Guinean capital, Conakry, amid reports of a coup on Sunday. Those were our main headlines. Now the news in detail. Now, as part of his engagement in URR, President Barrow on Sunday held a political rally at Bakadaji village in Jimara district, attended by thousands of NPP supporters. As Alhaji A.F. Jallow reports, some alleged members of the GDC party have defected to the NPP. Here is the report.
The President, Adama Barrow, was accorded a befitting welcoming in Bakadaji village, where thousands of youths escorted the presidential motorcade to the meeting ground. At the rally, the second National Deputy President of NPP, Dr. Demba, says the 2021 election is already decided, especially now that the APRC has joined the NPP party.
Honestly, 2021 election is already decided. Any credible Gambian, all the smart observers, all political analysts have concluded that 2021 is done and dusted. As of now, let them think of 2026. We are done with 2021. What we are doing is to meet our people, thank them, congratulate them, but we don't even need to do politics. 2021, especially, we have been done. But now that APRC have come on board, I think the game is over.
The Administrative Secretary of the NPP, Mamanjik Njai, said the National People's Party is fully prepared for 2021 elections, adding that the Bagadaji rally is a clear manifestation of this.
What is happening here has already spoken for the party in relation to our preparedness for the 4th December 2021 elections. What you have seen here is exactly what you have seen in Fonyi Bondali, and it's exactly what you have seen at the I-22 in Banjul. And this is the process that it will take until 4th December 2021, and then Barrow will have a landslide in the elections. A landslide that will leave no doubt in the minds of Gambians and the people outside of the Gambia that President Barrow is the choice of the people.
President Adama Barrow announced that the NPP will no longer merge with any political party in the country. After forming an alliance with 5 major political parties in the country, he added that the 2021 election is a foregone conclusion.
Barrow nata do ko wala. Barrow nata do ko wala. Lafta len toñi fali ne ngam kulli le say. Keseya ala bu ko jo ala ka do ko wala jo.
Barrow came to work. That is my new name now. NPP supporters, accept that the Gambia is in your safe hands. Never be afraid. You are with the truth and no one should intimidate you. A person's first enemy is fear. If you are fearful, you will never be successful. So why fear when the entire Gambia is behind you? Basel, CRR, Northbank, LRR, West Coast, KMC, and Banjul have rallied their support behind you. You own this country. I don't know about tomorrow, but today, the NPP is a force to be reckoned with. At the event, 14 communities from the Jimara district, the stronghold of GDC, claim they have defected to the NPP. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji A.F. Jallow.
National Assembly members on Monday adopted a joint committee report on the Labour Amendment Bill, which reviews and amends provisions of the Labour Act considered to be discriminatory towards women and girls. Modu Lamin Choi tells us more.
Following the second reading of the bill, when NAMS debated its principles and merits, a joint select committee of 2 was established to review, consult and report back to the Assembly its findings and recommendations, having consulted relevant ministries, stakeholders and civil society organizations. The chair of the committee, Usman Silla, presents the report.
On recommendation by some of the witnesses for the Labour Act to specify the time when the woman should proceed on maternity leave, the Joint Committee is in support of having such a provision, especially in view of the proposition of the Minister of Health on the issue.
The 2020 bill, which was tabled in June 2020, seeks to repeal and replace the discriminatory provisions of the Labour Act with a provision which reads, quote, "Every woman is entitled to a period of 6 months maternity leave with pay or comparable benefit without loss of employment, seniority or similar benefits," end of quote. It also recognizes and reinforces the common responsibility of men and women in the upbringing and development of children by providing a father a maximum 10 days paternity leave with pay.
As for the paternity leave, the Joint Committee is also in support of the recommendation from the Minister of Health, which states, any confirmed male employee of the civil service or any other higher employee of an institution within the Gambia whose spouse is pregnant or delivered will be entitled to 15 working days of paternity leave with salary beginning the day his spouse delivered. His absence from work due to his spouse's pregnancy, labor-related illness, or her expected week of delivery, if he submits a copy of his spouse's satisfactory medical delivery certificate.
National Assembly members debate the gestation period and conditions of which pregnant women can benefit from maternity leave. The Ministry of Health's position on the bill is that maternity leave should be subject to consultation with a medical officer determining a woman's expected date of delivery and on production of a medical certificate 4 months before her pregnancy. However, the Ministry of Justice's position is that it should be a pregnant woman's discretion as to when to claim the 6 months maternity leave.
I would prefer to struggle with all the problems that I have, going to work until the day that I'm supposed to have my child. From the workplace, I go to the hospital, have my child, and then continue with my 6 months so that I can take care of my child.
The Assembly adopts the report qualifying the bill to move to its next stage at a subsequent date for consideration. The same committee also submitted its report to the plenary on the first Labour Amendment Bill, which seeks to repeal certain provisions of the existing Act and bring in a new provision to the Labour Act prohibiting women being forced during pregnancy to do any work that is hazardous to their health or likely to affect their reproductive health, and that a child should not be exposed to any labor that is hazardous to his or her health and safety. The Joint Committee's report contains observations and recommendations for the bill to be redrafted to properly capture the issues it seeks to address. The report was finally adopted and the bill passed to the next stage for consideration at plenary. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News.
Moving on, QTV's Modu Lamin Choi emerged winner of the Children's Reporting Award at the National Journalism Award organized by the Gambia Press Union on Friday. The glamorous night saw other journalists receive awards for their incredible journalistic work in 2020. QTV's Aliu Sisi was among the nominees and he files in this report.
The National Journalism Awards is the highest journalism awards in the Gambia and is organized by the Gambia Press Union. It honors and celebrates courage and excellence in Gambian journalism in all types of media. In 2016, the Gambia Press Union conceived the idea of organizing the event, which it has done annually ever since. An independent panel chaired by journalist Esau Williams was instituted to scrutinize the over 100 entries to come out with the final 3 nominees in 15 different categories. The judges looked at accuracy, relevance, grammar, style and presentation, the impact of the story, creativity and originality. The rest of the judging panel was made up of Mrs. Ndetava Sose, Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Ami Juf Cole, member, Mr. Bora Mboch, member, and Mr. Demba Kande, member. Modu Lamin Choi of QTV was awarded the Children Reporting Award. Janke Toure and Aminata East Sanyang, both of GRTS, won the Travel and Tourism and Human Rights Reporting Awards. Khadija Jao won Women's Reporting Award. Mark Fuji Sise received Migration and Human Trafficking Report Award. Mohammed Esbah of Foria Newspaper won the Health Reporting Award. Umar Bah of Standard Newspaper won Political Reporting Award. Lamindel Fadera won Sports Reporting Award. Keba Jeffang won Arts and Entertainment Award. Yero Esbah received Agriculture Reporting Award. Kerfatu won the Online TV Platform of the Year. King FM won the Commercial Radio of the Year. And Bikamaba Radio won Community Radio of the Year. Mustafa K. Dabo of Malagan, an investigative online platform who is not new to winning awards, scooped several awards, including Business and Finance Reporting, Legal Affairs Reporting, Environment Reporting Award, Investigative Reporting, and Journalist of the Year Award. Dabo is widely praised for his exceptional journalistic work. Speaking from his base in London, journalist Eso Williams, chairperson of the panel of judges, said not a single member of the panel of judges was influenced in any way, shape, or form by anybody, describing the members as a group of sterling journalists with integrity, character, ethical, and moral standards. He said the judges had taken time to review all entries based on its term of reference.
The collective view of the panel of judges is that the Gambia Press Union should intensify its efforts by enhancing training at the Media Academy for Journalism and Communication, MAJAC.
Jenaba Nyangjai, a veteran broadcaster and chairperson of the Awards Organizing Committee, said the award was open to all Gambian journalists working for registered Gambian-based media outlets and platforms. She expressed gratitude to partners who supported the successful staging of the event, but also her team of dedicated members. Ibrahim Silla, Minister for Information and Communications, reaffirmed the government's commitment to press freedom, citing the enactment of the Access to Information Bill.
Let me tell you that the government of the Gambia is committed to work with the journalists to improve the profession and also to provide the enabling environment so that you can continue to work and not only provide the information, but provide valuable information that helps citizens to make informed choices.
Sirif Bojang Jr., President of the Gambia Press Union, has this advice for journalists as Gambians head to the polls in December.
There has to be honesty in what we report. We have to be fair to ourselves, to our country, to our profession, and we have to uphold the sanctity of this noble profession.
While we congratulate all nominees and subsequent winners, it is hoped that the awards will further promote and encourage increased professionalism in journalism in the country. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alu Sise.
Well, congratulations to the winner. And from that story, we will go for a short commercial break. Still to come, we have more stories. Do stay tuned.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Moving on, following the construction of the Senegambia Bridge at Babatenda, excuse me, Yele Tenda, and vehicles crossing without having to use the ferry, QTV revisited the site to look at the bridge, the vegetation, and the remaining businesses. Here is our Farafeni correspondent, Don Williams.
To enjoy the beauty of the vegetation of the Gambia, a ride in the river or a drive on our roads will avail one the opportunity to see the natural beauty, especially at this time of the year, the rainy season, when everywhere is green. Along the Farafeni-Babatenda highway towards the Senegambia Bridge, the air is fresh as the water pounds the riverbanks. Agile monkeys stroll by the roadside scavenging for food. From a distance, one can see the beautiful Senegambia Bridge hovering above a river that was used by ferries to transport people to between Babatenda and Yelitenda. This place was once full of life as people wait to cross and vendors displaying various goods, including makeshift restaurants offering locally made foods to passers-by. Now it looks empty except for a few fishermen and canoes.
So definitely we really want help, man.
We really need help. We need more fishing boats so that we can venture more into fishing.
Amadou Sow, a petty trader, also has this to say.
We were working here before, and we moved to another place when the bridge was constructed. We are pleading with the government to help us so that we can work and earn a living.
Mariama Jete, a student and resident of Farafeni, also shares her views.
This bridge is a very important thing here because it makes transport very easier for us, and it's very good and it's very nice. It's lovely too.
The area looks beautiful and more revenue generating projects can be implemented in this area, such as boat rentals, ferry service excursions, bars and restaurants to attract tourists. But for now, this place looks empty and the people we met are full of memories as the vehicles that used to stop and wait for the ferries now speed across the bridge without delay. Reporting for QTV News, I am Don Williams.
In international news, Guinean Special Forces staged a coup on Sunday, capturing President Alpha Condé and announcing a nationwide curfew as well as the replacement of governors by the military. Abibatu Sise tells us more.
After capturing the president, the Special Forces, in a video circulating on social media and also in a statement read out over national television, said Guinea's land and air borders have been shut and the government and the constitution dissolved. Earlier on Sunday, residents of the capital Conakry's Kaloum district reported hearing heavy gunfire. In another video, President Alpha Condé was seen sitting on a sofa surrounded by troops. The head of Guinea's military special forces, Lieutenant Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya, appeared on public television dressed in a national flag and cited government mismanagement as a reason behind their actions. "We are no longer going to entrust politics to one man. We are going to entrust politics to the people," the coup leader said. The UN, African Union, and the regional body ECOWAS have condemned the coup and called for a return of constitutional order in Guinea. A statement by the current ECOWAS chairman, Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo, condemned the coup and demanded an immediate and unconditional liberation of Condé, who was detained by the soldiers. The country, one of the world's poorest, despite boasting significant mineral resources, has long been affected by political instability. The coup follows a long period of political tension in Guinea, first spurred by Condé's highly contested bid of a third presidential term last year. Dozens of people were killed during demonstrations against a third term, and hundreds were also arrested, including several prominent opposition members. There was initial confusion about Sunday's events, as the government released a statement saying that it had repulsed a special forces attack on the presidential palace. But the reality of the militant success became clear when a rumpled-looking 83-year-old president was seen in a video sitting barefoot on a sofa surrounded by troops, and in a series of photos showing him being bundled into a van and then surrounded by soldiers. The junta also said in a statement on Sunday that it would convene Condé's cabinet ministers and other top officials on Monday in the capital Conakry, and those who refused to attend the meeting would be considered rebels, a statement on the state TV said. At Monday's meeting, Colonel Doumbouya, the leader of the coup, said a new union government would be formed in weeks. Colonel Doumbouya told ministers who served in Mr. Condé's government that there would be no witch hunt against former officials. For QTV News, I am Abibatu Sise.
Now in sports, Fear gripped Morocco's Atlas Lions as heavy gunfire was heard in the Guinean capital, Conakry, amid reports of a coup on Sunday. The Moroccan players and officials were escorted out of the country later in the day, and their World Cup qualifier with Guinea was postponed as a result. More in this report.
Morocco were in Guinea for the World Cup qualifier scheduled for Monday when the team woke up to the disturbing sounds of gunfire from their hotel as reports emerged of a military coup. After hours of uncertainty, with some players worried, according to coach Halilhodžić, both the Moroccans and the match officials were finally given an escort to the airport, from where they flew out late on Sunday. The current political and security situation in Guinea is quite volatile and being closely monitored by FIFA and CAF, read a joint statement by the bodies. To ensure the safety and security of all players and match officials, FIFA and CAF have decided to postpone the match, the statement continued. Elsewhere in Africa, matches went ahead as scheduled. Namibia produced an upset in Group H, winning 1-0 against Togo. After gaining a point against Congo on Wednesday, the Namibians go top of the group, but Senegal, who beat Togo in their opener, can move clear with victory in Brazzaville on Tuesday. On Sunday evening, Gabon drew 1-1 with Egypt, with the visitors reduced to 10 men after Omar Gaba's 71st minute dismissal. As substitute, Mustafa Mohamed rescued the visitors with a last-minute equalizer. Jim Alevina gave Gabon the lead 2 minutes after Gaba's red, but Egypt, for whom Liverpool star Mohamed Salah started after missing the win over Angola because of COVID-related travel issues, did enough to top Group F with 4 points. Gabon will be ruining a missed opportunity as they squandered a handful of chances to put the game beyond reach, only to concede a last-minute goal. Libya can move above Egypt should they avoid defeat in Angola on Tuesday. Earlier, Rwanda were held to a 1-1 draw at home by Kenya, with Michel Olunga's 9th-minute goal cancelled out 12 minutes later by Abdulwatu Biaye in Group E. Kenya's second draw against East African opponents following the 0-0 draw against Uganda means they temporarily go second in the group standings with 2 points, pending Monday's tie in Kampala between group leaders Mali and Uganda. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Brazil and Argentina's World Cup qualifier was abandoned just minutes after kick-off on Sunday after Brazilian health officials objected to the participation of 3 Argentine players they believe broke quarantine rules. Here is the report.
The Argentina players, led by their captain Lionel Messi, walked off the pitch at the Corinthians Arena after the officials came out to stop the game. The dramatic intervention ensued hours after Brazil's health authorities had said 4 England-based players for Argentina had to quarantine. Although it did not name the 4, the players with English Premier League clubs are Emiliano Buendia, Emiliano Martinez of Aston Villa, and Giovanni Lo Celso and Christian Romero of Tottenham Hotspur. The 4 players were directed to remain isolated while awaiting deportation, but they did not comply. They went to the stadium and they entered the field in a series of breaches, the officials added. Under Brazilian rules, visitors who have been in the UK in the last 14 days before entering the country must quarantine for 14 days on arrival. No date for the rearranged fixture has been set, with the Argentina players leaving to prepare for their next World Cup qualifier at home to Bolivia on Friday, 10th September. FIFA will now gather evidence from all sides to fully understand the events that led to the match suspension before deciding on the most appropriate course of action. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Before we end, here's a recap of our main headlines. As part of his engagement in URR, President Barrow on Sunday held a political rally at Bakadaji Village in Jimara district, attended by thousands of NPP supporters, new members. National Assembly members on Monday adopted a joint committee report on the Labour Amendment Bill, which reviews and amends provisions of the Labour Act considered to be discriminatory towards women and girls. QTV's Momodu Lamin Choi emerged winner of the Children's Reporting Award at the National Journalism Award organized by the Gambia Press Union on Friday. In international news, Guinean Special Forces staged a coup on Sunday capturing President Alpha Condé and announcing a nationwide curfew as well as the replacement of governors by the military. In sports, the coup also affected sports. Fear gripped Morocco's Atlas Lions in Guinea to play a World Cup qualifier as heavy gunfire was heard in the Guinean capital, Conakry, amid reports of coup on Sunday. Well, that's it from me in today's Midday News. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.